guys don't miss any of the crazy moments that we have throughout the day. We have some of the top streamers from around the entire world itching to play Cold War, and we're going to be kicking it off here very shortly. These guys have been streaming. These are your favorite guys playing, different games that we've had over the years, and playing up some of them on the screen right now. We are going to have some of the guys that I've been loving to play with and watch over the years. Bobby Poff Gaming, Drifter, Cat Conti, Cat Gun, Legion. You know these guys from YouTube, from Twitch, from all over the world. One of my favorites being Nick Merckx, Noah J, Sean J Gaming, and also Marksman. I can't wait to watch these guys drop in on our Armada. Symphony, Teep, Tim the Tatman, hopefully he can stay on the map, and also Try Max. It's going to be an incredible day. We also have many more, as well as some of our CDL pros. They're going to be all participating today. And now let's take a look at what these guys are going to be starting off with. We have 12 versus 12 combined arms domination on Armada. This is the first map ever to be fully on water. But let's kick things off, and I'm going to throw it to Maven and Merc.
Thank you so much, Nameless. Yes, for the commentary, myself and Big Merc. How you doing, buddy?
I'm just so excited to be here. Obviously, we love revealing these things, and while I cannot wait to jump into the gameplay, the trailers, they just look so darn good.
Yeah, it's like death taxes, and we know we've got a new Call of Duty every year, and I'm excited to get into this and look at all, the new modes, the new vehicles, all the stuff we're going to touch on, whether it's for casual player, competitive player. We're going to go through all the cool features this game has. We've obviously had some eyes on with it, seen some of the players playing it, looked at some of the internal stuff, and it's just really cool, like the passion and excitement. Well, you saw from all the devs, everybody's ready to get this game out there for people to play.
Yeah, just so many new things that we're going to be taking a look at, just so many new features. As Nameless was saying, this map entirely on water. There's vehicles you can take around the map. You can play on the boats. There's going to be 5 different zones. It's first to 400. And, well, there's just so many different ways to play the map.
All right, so kicking it off with Noah J, the Easter egg man himself. He has been popping off lately. It's awesome to see his success, and obviously a very talented Call of Duty player in his own right. We'll see if he can hit with a sniper. Just taking a look at our good buddy Mud Dog's in there, Jericho, Teep. You've got a full laundry list of just popular streamers going off as Noah J hitting shots.
And just right away, you look at this map, you look at this gameplay, and doesn't it just look like Treyarch? The color palette pops out. You have so many different attachments that we're going to be going with. You see the kill feed. You have the traditional Black Ops mini map. Man, I just love Treyarch.
No, yeah, I love the mini-map. So the first things we noticed when you took a look at the new title coming out this year. But Noah, as you'll see in pubs more often than not, he's set up in a power position, snipe in hand, just looking to drop numbers. But yeah, I mean, he's been around for so long, comfortable with every dev, every title, as he's experienced everything Call of Duty has to offer. But yeah, it's what Nameless was saying. Just this is the first map that's completely on water. You already see score streaks coming in. I believe that was a attack chopper in, as he is just dominating the other team, but still a tight race in the score department.
Yeah, I mean, his first clip when he first tweeted out, I was watching as you guys were introing it. We're going through the devs, and he goes, "Sniping is back." Noah's so excited. You see the zip line coming through from ship to ship. It just looks so smooth. Chaos in the air. The attack chopper is going down, and his team with a slight little lead.
Well, let's see if he can keep it rolling. It's been one heck of a life for him. You know how much he loves to operate with that sniper in hand. He's got the shotgun for close range. A reminder, this is combined arms domination, 12v12. And we're going to be showing a wide range of stuff today, right? We're going to have some 6v6, 12v12, showing different maps, from your 3-lane maps to your more open kind of sandbox maps as well. There's something for every player in this title, and we'll progress through that over the course of the next 2 hours or so. But just exciting to see the new twists on gameplay that Treyarch have to provide. Obviously, we love working with them, and the gameplay they've come up with throughout their cycles has just been insane.
Yeah, and something to notice today when we're going through domination, something that's a little bit new compared to past Call of Duty titles. It's not just one flag. It's more of an area that you're really going to be capturing. It's going to create more of I think, a combat dynamic around those zones, right? So, you can play in different areas. You can capture it from different spots. But here as well, sounds like we're hopping on board with swag. We're going to be jumping from lobby to lobby. We got a lot of different creators as they get started.
Yeah, I was going to say, Priesta looks a little bit different
right
now.
Swag.
This is swag. We've been watching him a lot on Warzone. We know what a monster he can be. But over to Jericho, one of my favorite streamers to watch. He gets in some of these big tournaments he'll play in on Warzone in various modes. And Jericho, maybe not the most talented player in the entire world.
Probably not
But you know
shooting
what?
anybody off
He's
of that.
handsome. He's one of the most entertaining streamers in the world, and
no way,
nah,
guys,
I love
I'm
him.
not
I
around
love
that.
Jericho to death.
I
Guy's a
wanna say
beast.
He loves to have fun, and that's what's
so
important.
this is
You know, he's trying to show off the
R700,
zip lines a little
703 or
bit.
whatever.
You can hear him talking a little bit. I mean, they've had some experiences. Well, this is Skies, one of the CDL pros. He was an MVP candidate for us, but here you go. You see him taking a boat, trying to capture this A zone, and yeah, swimming. Well, when was the last time you saw swimming? What, Black Ops 3, right? So, you know, you have these different features from past titles in this game.
We'll see what he can do from the sneaky underwater positions, but yeah, just working the objective for now. As his team, I think, doesn't have a single cap as of now. But remember, we're going to be hopping through a variety of matchups. Right? There's a lot of players playing this, a lot of different streamers. If you're wondering why the score looks a little bit different, we're just hopping through a ton of different POVs and showing you guys how stuff is breaking down throughout the course of the day. As we go right over to Marksman, and he's in a boat looking to get busy.
Yeah, you can see he's got a turret on him as well.
Yeah,
Just
right, Priester.
well, you
Don't
can
shoot
hear
my
that
boat.
minigun go off later. Priester, that's a nice headshot.
I
Marksman,
like my boat.
known for his search and destroy gameplay. He has been playing Call of Duty for so long since, I mean, we've been involved. So great to see him involved today. Well, yeah, just patrolling the area right now with this boat. And well, Swag, he's getting aggressive. He's got the MP5, the classic MP5, and you can just hear Tim yelling.
Yes, Tim, I get it. I'm not a father, but I am also bald, and I know it makes life a little bit more difficult. But Tim, there is love out there for bald men like us, and you're an absolute beast. But yeah, are you surprised to see Swag with an MP5 in hand?
Now,
Looks to be very natural.
Yeah, getting aggressive, right? You watch him play Warzone, he gets busy. Tim, on the other hand, you see the movement coming in. Yeah, a lot of these guys, they're used to Modern Warfare. It's going to take them some time to get used to the movement throughout the maps, and nice shots on it by Tim. He's rocking that assault rifle.
Clip it and ship it. Well, it's going to be interesting, too. You've seen, like, they talked a little bit about the score streak stuff and how it's going to work, right? That's going to carry on through death, and depending if you're getting a lot of kills within that one death, there's a multiplayer to work with. But also, one thing I kind of like is, you know, we've talked about sort of score streak spam in the past when somebody's going off. The fact that there's going to be kind of a cooldown on it, so there won't be that same spam, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I'm excited to see how it works in the various pub modes, but we'll take a look at kind of the loadout screen as he's changing, getting into a different one. I think that's courage we're hearing as well, maybe a little coaching for the squad.
At least I do, so that's what I'm going to go looking for.
All right, so Drifter, you're hearing his strategy around this zone. He likes to get in the water, likes to get busy, just trying to look around him, man. It just looks so darn good in this area. All the different graphics, all the different colors.
Basically.
I was actually thinking about that, like, it's actually crazy.
For you.
Yeah, I'm not
It's
gonna be
actually
able to deal with
crazy,
that
like,
very
how
well, so I'm actually going to
wild, like, just water graphics have gone. Now that's like a silly thing to talk about when you think about years and years and years ago, like various
Okay, so
games.
I'm
Like,
gonna go
it's
around.
just nutty how far it's come.
They're all above me. If I try to go out any other
Looks
way,
like
oh
Drifter.
god.
Trying to figure out what he wants,
just
but
got rid
I
of the
just love the
freaking C4, so I
74U.
can't
It's
deal with
always
the
been one of my
Chem
favorite
Hike
guns,
gun.
back from COD 4, back from Black Ops 1. I am so excited that
There we
he's
go,
back
there
here
we go.
in Cold War. Nice shots
see
by
where my
Drifter with
friends
that
at Charlie
headshot,
are.
taking down Hutch. Hutch. As he just continues to go around this zone, and well, it is the that's not Hutch.
Well, that's Karma.
That's
That is
Karma.
one of the
He's a
greatest
clown,
Call of
bro.
Duty
He's a
players
clown.
of all time. Absolute monster.
You guys
How many
want
boats
And he's
did they say
actually
there
one
were?
of my
5
favorites to
boats?
watch at the beginning of the games because
Come on, Seth.
he is always switching it up, trying different weapons. Like the guy just loves playing COD.
No, he just
Oh,
loves
he's
the
about to
game.
get
Man.
it
He
because
really,
he-
really loves the game. I think a little bit of trash
right.
talk that was coming from his former teammate and scump. Seth Abner.
Streaks carry
Abner,
over.
absolute monster.
Abner?
Yeah, I'm not sure who Seth Abner is, but yeah, Seth Abner, absolute beast.
Man.
Okay. Well, maybe to a different
Oh
POV.
wait! Oh, he was watching
Closely
Scump.
watched.
Oh.
He wasn't even playing. We were watching Scump. That
Wow,
makes
what?
sense. That makes sense.
Okay, I was wondering why I was hearing kind of Seth's call-outs more than anything. And this is a naval. What's going on with his hair, Joe?
I mean, listen, the guy, as a boat just flew off. I don't know what was going on. Nice shots, takes down Courage. I don't know. You know, he didn't have the best year for the Seattle Surge, and listen, he's trying to earn some subs.
Yeah, he goes by Deputy Hadbad now.
I don't know what
in case
that
you weren't aware.
really means, but I love it.
Yeah, and this is a guy whose company we've enjoyed a lot this year playing Call of Duty with, Symphony. absolute monster, one of the most talented aimers I've ever had the privilege of playing with. The guy is nutty, and well, you can see how accurate he can be. There's Hachi Poo. How you doing, sir?
Hutch back in a boat. Back in a boat. Is he just going to get it? Get on the turret as well. Tries to take down the player ziplining across. And I don't know, man. Watching the players zipline, it just looks so smooth. The pace they go at, it looks incredible.
No, it really, really does. Like, it's just going to be a fun mode to, I mean, what's the, as much as we can talk about different maps and competitive and 3 lanes or sandbox, wherever it is, like at its core, Call of Duty is just fun. And this just looks like it's going to be a blast. Because I'm at the most comfortable in the water, Joe. I'm a modern day Aquaman.
Are you,
No, I hate the ocean, I'll be honest with you. I'm just absolutely terrified of open water. No.
Tim, have a nice day.
yeah, you don't seem like a big swimmer to me.
Nope. Terrified of sharks.
Yeah, what's up, man?
That's what they need to add. Just sharks, dude. You're in there.
Like a score streak? You call it Jaws? Call it Jaws? I like that.
I'm with that.
You're fucking high.
I don't think Nick is very pleased with how that gunfight just went for him.
No, he got smoked. He got headshotted. Well, yeah. I mean, sometimes you get headshot in Call of Duty, that messes with you. But Nick, we know how into the game Nick is based on where his cam is. Nice shots right there on the Symphony. And if you can see his forehead, he's into it.
He's not. Yeah. Like he's not sweating enough yet.
No.
You mean like once it's only forehead?
Yes.
Like, yeah.
I guess it would only be hat.
Yeah, right. Well, over to Legion. God, if you haven't checked out his stream, one of the more entertaining people in the world. Fantastic singing voice as well.
Appreciate the 500 bits, Taylor. Do you guys want to come see my watch?
He's good. I don't know what he's doing.
Is that what you want to do?
You want to come in here and see my watch?
What's up, Diesel? Slapshot.
Yeah, I do.
I think he's just.
But yeah,
I don't know
this is
what
live.
that
This
was.
is
I have
pre-recorded.
no
Look, I'm
idea.
actually playing the alpha right
Yeah,
now.
no, this is live for
if you
us
guys
too.
have any
All of it.
questions or
Live
anything,
action going down now.
Feel free to ask, and I'll try to
get
answer
'em.
them the best I can.
He's gonna
What
try and
we're
answer
playing
some
right
questions
now
with his
is
chat.
a mode called Combined Arms. This is kind
Go
of
ahead,
like
take him through it.
Yeah, no,
Treyarch's
Joe and I'll just shut up. He's just
Ground
breaking
War.
it down for you guys. This is
That's
fantastic.
the best way to explain
I
it.
like that. As he takes the zip line,
It's not
he's
as
got
big
what,
as Ground
he's
War.
got, he's
Smaller
got a
teams.
shotgun.
It's 12v12.
Okay, yeah,
but
12v12,
there's 6
not as big as
flags
Ground
and
War.
5 flags on.
You know what blows my mind about this stuff?
Okay.
Because obviously, well, I'm not very good at it, but
Okay.
like, I can like answer questions with viewers and stuff
No,
while
you
I'm
can't.
playing, but doing like a full like commentary and like answering a lot of questions, like, I can't do it. Like I get people doing it like over their gameplay as like a VOD thing, but that's a skill to just sit there and just still play casually and fry while you're doing it.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have game audio up. He was there like, I'm going to present to you
Right.
Call of Duty, but here is testament one of the best snipers in the world, especially in Call of Duty. This guy, I'm sure he's already got some ridiculous clips on his
You are
YouTube, on
sitting
his
next-
social
you're s-
media.
You're sitting next to one of the greatest snipers alive too, Joe.
Honestly, it just depends. If you're about 7 to 8 hours in, your hands are
Oof,
warmed
my
up,
hot spot.
that's the hot spot, yeah.
Not that we recommend gaming that long, but I do it every day.
Yeah.
Over to Sean J Gaming, looking for the angles. Nice little cheeky position there as people are pushing out, able to line up multiple. You see the health bar in effect too. They're just cutting through the opposition, trying to work towards that E cap. As we get back over to Drifter, well, getting in the boat didn't go super well.
Deputy had bad.
Hey, that's what I was talking about earlier. Deputy had bad. You got to watch out for Enable because you're about to get had bad.
And listen, for some of these content creators, there are some demons in these lobbies in the Call of Duty Elite Pros that, listen, it's going to be tough for them to win
Wait,
some
what
some
is Scump?
gunfights.
Look at the kill
Yeah,
feed.
he's on
I don't know
he's got a chopper gunner. If we can go to Scump's point of view, I don't know if we could switch, but he's doing some crazy stuff with streaks.
I'm pretty sure I just saw like 7 to 8 straight kills
Oh,
pop
that's
up
a
for
car!
Scump.
Is the zip
It's
line
an RC car. Classic.
Absolutely frying the competition. Absolutely frying them.
Yeah, no, he has been. He has been. He is just keeping it rocking. AK-74U in hand. Streaks have been soaring. They're up 100 points, and the king is here. Oh yeah, surprise!
Timmy. Oh, Timmy's got an artillery called in. That's going to connect with you. You hear Jack. Jack is just lighting it up in the kill feed with the chopper gunner.
Let me call that in, guys.
It seems like some of our players are starting to figure this out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these guys, like, it's been cool to see them like kind of come back to their roots. You know, they'll play other titles at times, but just coming back to their love for Call of Duty. Like Tim, for example, has just been loving the grind as of late. Courage JD, one of my best pals, and I hate to give him credit, but he's actually pretty nasty at the game as well.
Hutch has just been in the water.
He's exploring.
No, he is. Listen, that's what you're going to see.
Well, he's been playing like Flight Simulator as of late, so that probably feels more natural for him right now, just exploring. But I'll tell you what, if they put like I don't know what they're called, the wake runners or the jet skis in the game, like they put that in the CDL, do you think that Doug Sensor Martin actually could get on a pro team?
We'll have to look at the maps, but there's an opportunity. He's got the practice. He has the experience.
If there's
no
a jet
doubt
ski,
about it.
there's a chance.
That certainly
You know he's got the determination.
the turret.
He's retiring. He's back. He's retired. We love you, Doug Sensor Martin.
Oh my gosh. You down.
Legion just laughing. I don't
You
know.
talk to the
What?
side. All right, I'm gonna show you guys. This isn't really a game.
I
This
pride
is where you
myself
kinda
in my
run anything that
accents, but
matters.
he might be a little bit better at it than I am.
This map, besides the sniper rifle right now, because we don't have enough time left to switch
I don't think
up.
so.
But I'm gonna show you guys like the RPD.
Okay, so it looks like a lot of
the
people want to see the
AK-74 used, the
snipers.
undisputed champ of weapons.
Well, yeah, it looks like it's just one of those maps that it's either like long range fights with a sniper or close range up close and personal with a shotgun or an MP5, but there's the defeat.
Dude, I kept hearing someone go, oh my gosh, that's his sub sound. That's what that was. I literally just kept hearing it going over and over and over again. I was like, what is going on in this stream league?
That makes sense.
Make sure I'm doing everything I need to be doing.
Well, as he thanks to subs, we wrap up the first map. Leisha, enjoy that little 70 train. Hope you're having a great time. But
we got it out here.
we're going to go through a lot of different maps and modes. That was the first of the 12v12
Well, let's go, Zippo.
on Armada.
And then you see some, the post game. You have score, you have damage dealt, you have eliminations again. You had EKIA and Black Ops 4. It looks like that's making that return, and you can sort of see your past history throughout that. So it's awesome to see.
Yeah, very clean. But they'll get ready, locked and loaded to get into the next game as we continue on through the Cold War multiplayer reveal. We hope you like to look at the first map. But again, this is going to be a wide range. We're going to try and show everything, like more vehicle and sandbox maps like you just saw there. We'll get to smaller maps as well as we continue on
I
through.
want to
But
check out Miami.
yeah,
That's what I
Miami
wanna
just looked.
see.
It was just easy on the eyes,
Yeah,
right?
it looks pretty.
It was just pretty. It was absolutely beautiful. But we kind of talked through the gameplay. We saw a lot of different POVs. To break down some of the best moments, we're going to toss it over to Nameless.
Thanks, guys. That was an incredible game. That was just a hilarious, fun, and entertaining way to kick off the day. And what I really like about Combined Arms is that it fits everybody's playstyle. There's things for everybody to do. You saw Marksman loving the boat. You saw a lot of people sniping, and then you saw some of our CDL pros like Scump using that AK-74U. I mean, the sniper can be so deadly on this map because there are super long-range fights that you can take from boat to boat. And if you really want to get crazy, you can try to snipe somebody off the zip line. But those guys are moving really fast, so it could be very difficult. So as you can see right here, we have Noah J. He's using a sniper and a shotgun, and Sky's one of our CDL pros. He was in the boat early on, and what I find interesting about the boats is you can operate the turret as you're driving it, and then a lot of the time, somebody's just gonna throw a grenade or C4 at you and just blows up right away. Yeah, Marksman was just hanging out with this boat, dude, just driving around. He's the player that just enrages me when I'm playing. But right there, we just saw a boat just fly up into the sky out of nowhere. I think a naval just bumped into it, but we see some M4s. For those of you who love Warzone, the M4 is back, and it's fantastic in this game. You can see them beaming people long range. Moving over to Symphony. This guy has the absolute best shot in the game. Nick Merckx was running that 74U as well. He was just trying to get up close and personal inside of some of the domination points, and he was playing real well early on, trying to pick up those streaks. And I also noticed a lot of players were loving to use that TAC laser, so you can just hip fire people up close and string together multi-kills, as well as the sniper right here, just fantastic headshots. He had an opportunity for the triple, and he was trying to get the feed, and you can hear him, he raged right there at the very end. And Hutch is one of my favorites, rolling around in that speedboat right here, channeling his inner jet ski, trying to pick up some kills. And you know, the element of swimming is back, and it's also insane because when you're underwater, you can see people crystal clear from a distance. Legion as well with the sniper here, picking up some kill feeds, getting one of those final kill cams. Ultimately, his team ended up losing the game, but that was just an insane way to start it off. You saw Scump pick up that chopper gunner. He picked up like 8-9 kills, but for now, we gotta watch some more gameplay. So take it away, Jess.
Thank you so much, Ant. Yeah, I am so excited to see these VIP escort missions. It's matches rather. It's 6v6. The key is one player on the board is the VIP, and depending on which team you're on, you're either trying to rescue the VIP or kill them. So I cannot wait. I believe we're going to be playing on Miami. So that's the map that Merc and Maven, I know you guys were just hyping up. So take it away, guys.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm excited to see the new mode, but yeah, really to see Miami. It was cool to hear kind of the level designers talk about it, but aesthetically, it was just very, very pleasing. I like neon lights. I like colors. It looked gorgeous, Joe, just like your eyes.
Listen, I would love to go on a date in Miami with you when this
We
is
did.
all done.
We did that last year.
Yeah,
we went
well,
there for some
it's a little bit
football
different
event.
right
We
now.
went and saw a film together. We had a nice dinner.
I want to do it again. But I don't know, dude, just the 80s style that they were talking about, as you said, the neon lights, you're going to have the water that are going to play, the way the levels designers talked about it. There's just a lot of different elements to it. It's sort of, you can play very aggressive through the middle of the street, but I don't know if we're going to Miami. I think we're actually going to Satellite. It looks to be the next map.
Yeah, so we're going to get to that a little bit later in the show.
Yeah,
We're
well, so
gonna
we'll get to
preview
that later, but we're going to be playing 6v6 kill confirmed on Satellite. When you talk about Satellite, not a lot of buildings to go
No, it's all
through.
terrain. There are no buildings.
Yeah, no buildings. You heard the devs talk about it. It's a big fight around that sort of center satellite.
Yeah, and Kill Confirmed has obviously been a fan favorite. That's always been my go-to for, I
Pubs?
don't even know why, like pubs and just leveling up weapons or leveling up my character. I feel like it's always been one of the faster ones to get experience, and it's just always been fun because it's like TDM, but adds that little objective thing. Because for those of us that aren't as talented like me, I like to go around and collect all the tags.
Well, it's like this momentum mode where, like, if you get going, you get the kills, you get the objectives,
I playing
you can
with?
have
Oh, yeah,
some big
sniper
games.
rifles.
But I am
have two to
excited to
choose
see
from.
Satellite
They're-
and how
Yeah.
this plays. As you
I don't-
said,
this
you can
one's
play
kind of
sort
the
of out in
scopy
the
rifle,
dunes
which we
with
can play with
snipers.
later.
You can play
But
play
this
close
one, I do
quarters.
see the
Well, how
request to
different is
show
it from what we
pistol.
just saw? We
This
were
is the
we were
big
just in
boy
the
stuff.
very
o- o-
different.
open water
have
with
a bunch
jet
of
skis and
optical
boats.
attachments.
Now
Oh
we're
my
heading
God,
to
I
the
didn't see
desert.
this.
So
We're gonna have to do
should be
that.
quite a bit different, but you're probably going to see people messing with all different types of weapons. And
Yeah, we're gonna have to do
yeah,
that.
this is a lot
We're gonna
more
have to do that
similar
later.
to last year when you talk about stuff like Gunsmith and the
Guys, let's
attachments that
make
you
an
can put on
iron sight
guns and
quickscope
how you can
sniper
deck
rifle.
them
Can I
out.
do
And
that?
just the amount of
Can we go for
variance
that?
that you can have. Like, it seems like
sir.
fans really, really like that last year. They really like, I guess the more you can customize, the better in a lot of people's eyes. That is going to be
Iron
here
sights,
and even
okay.
bigger
Iron
and
sight
better.
sniper
Well, it's just a
rifle.
sort of, you have the weapon, and I think in past Call of Duties, you had the weapon, and it was basically, it had one play style around
None
it,
of this
right? And
I
I think
need.
what last year and this year really do is you can use that weapon,
that.
and you can play around it in so many different ways. So
really
it's a
need that.
combination of,
Stock.
you have the
Give me a
different
swing
weapon
pad.
styles, but you can also switch those
Magazines.
weapons up.
It's like my LMG is suddenly an SMG. What did I do?
Yeah, what is this 60-round mag?
yeah,
that I have that quick reload? This is awesome.
Yeah, the variance that you can have is nuts. And, well, Drifter, if you haven't watched him before, he is the guy to watch
And
talk
haven't
about
used it, but I'm pretty
weapons.
kitted on
Like,
that.
I remember, God, this is all the way back in like AW or something, but
which is kinda
he was like
interesting.
telling pro players but to use one weapon versus
like-
another because the
Oh, thank you,
RPM
and
of the
no worries,
bullets
Spot
was
Trip, I
fast.
appreciate it.
He
Because
really
we're
breaks it down on a
running that, I
technical
don't
level.
have.
So
That I
if
don't
you ever want
have.
to check him out, very, very cool. But
get a DM.
right now we're basically just waiting
I'm
on
gonna
one
check
of
the DM
these
on my phone so it doesn't crash all my stuff.
differing squads we have to get into game. It looks like they're getting ready to
Oh,
load
that
in
is
now.
cool,
So
the way it, look at that, the way you load into the map.
it almost looked like something from like a major motion
It looks like a
picture,
trailer.
from a movie. Yeah, like a movie
dude.
trailer or
It looks
something,
so
right?
cool. Oh, you have the entrance as well. You come in on the dune buggies, and then you go to to war.
It's a Mad Max, right?
Yeah, dude,
Let's
this
get-
is so dope.
Let's get right into the mix.
This is not my skill set exactly, so I hope that you're ready for some.
I'm
something
ready,
rough.
Drifter.
Okay.
That's fine. We've all been there.
we
Listen,
like
the
it
new
rough.
Call of Duty
I'm
comes
not
out,
good
you
at
got to
this,
try
so
everything.
give me a
You
second.
got to try everything.
I just want to get close enough.
Yeah,
you
we'll
know what I'm
see
saying?
how he can get
we
rolling,
stop
but
that. We don't like that.
you see the tags everywhere you've got to collect if you're not familiar with the mode, but
I'm gonna sneak up behind this
mostly
guy.
we're going to kind of enjoy the variance in this map versus what we just saw. Nice little Flankarooski through from Legion to pick up the kill.
Yeah, and this is what the devs are talking about. Is you have this sort of left side of the map. It looks like where Teep's at right now. We love Tyler Teep. Pol Chow. We love that guy. And he's fighting around the satellite, around these close paths, and then you can go to the other side where you have everything open.
You see Teep just trying to find, kind of talking with the stream about guns that he likes. Some that have been more powerful for him, stuff he's like to roll with. The Type 63 in hand now, and you heard him say it hits hard. Like it looks like he's like 2 or 3 shotting the players he's pushing.
Yeah, this is a semi-auto gun.
There
So I'm
you
gonna
see
use this
sort
gun
of
for probably a couple more
semi-auto.
rounds, and then I'm gonna switch it up.
This one's
Okay.
pretty good on this map,
So
though.
he's got the semi-auto gun, and now we both expect Teeth to have some big games today.
Give me that. Give me that.
As he starts to snap on board, and there is a Sim with the 74U. Again, I think the 74U just right away going to be people's favorite.
This is
Just
one
one of
your
those-
map chat. I
I
like this a
One of
lot.
those
This
like
map.
all-time favorite guns
It's all
right there, a
like close
blast.
quarters and stuff. I like this one. I love
Yeah, I
this.
think this map will be just a blast, like fast-paced combat. As we mentioned, it's all terrain, so no buildings, just all finessing around these dunes and blown-up planes you see towards mid-map. But
And you can see sort of like the sliding, right? Because players are getting used to that. It looks like the sliding mechanic very quick as we're on board with Midnight. We love Midnight, one of the best snipers. She has been around for so long as she is locked into the stream, just trying to figure out what she wants to use, rocking the Pellington right now. But you gotta go through your sensitivities, you gotta get comfortable.
Yeah, I guess you can.
that's like the thing I do for like the first hour of a new Call of Duty. Is just going through all the settings, making sure everything's
Especially
set right.
nowadays, you're
Well,
like,
this map is
what does
lovely.
this
It's
do?
like-
I can change dead zone and zoom sense. And
Whoa.
There's no sniper glint. That's another thing.
Yeah, once you could. What was the first title where you could like go to like a fraction of a point? Like instead of like
Yeah,
you're
it's Black
5.5,
Ops 4.
6.6,
That
it's
was
like
Black Ops 4.
6.17.
Yeah.
All right. Nah,
Ricky's
you
in
can
here,
definitely
he's
fine tune. That just goes
so
back
good,
to
man.
kind of what
Ricky
we're
tells me,
talking about,
like,
like the level of
50 times.
customization. And Hutch is just mind blown currently by the level of talent in this lobby.
Yeah, they used to talk about Ricky, who is
Just goes back to
man.
kind of what we're
Ricky tells
talking
me,
about,
like,
like the level of
50 times.
customization. And Hutch is just mind blown currently by the level of talent in this lobby.
Yeah, they used to talk about Ricky, who is Los Angeles Guerrillas coach. So, yeah, but he used to be a pro player. Doesn't miss much.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm going to. I think, hey, we're low tier street gang out here.
Were other streamers
no
asking him
fucking
not to
tap.
use the RC car because he's just blowing them up?
Okay.
Yes.
Typical gamer
What
might
is
be
that
my
good?
dad.
That looks
Dr.
good.
Hogan, I appreciate the 14 moments. I'm going to show you guys too the
Yeah,
pistol.
he missed all of his
The
shots, and
secondary
typical
burst pistol
gamer
that you get
did
is
not.
absolute
His
crap.
Legion got fried, and
All right, say a prayer.
now he is his papa.
Throwing a
Yeah, you have all these
Throw a
content
top right
creators
there,
in
throw a
pros,
Patrick
and
Mahomes bomb.
they want to put up the base games today, right? Like, they want the most eyes on them. They're trying to say, hey, do you see what I just did today?
Yeah, so just a reminder in case you weren't aware, like, you can watch the main broadcast here. We'll be hopping through a lot of the different POVs, and Joe and I'll be breaking down a lot of stuff with you from highlights from Nameless as well. But all these guys are individually pushing their POVs as well.
You can't pull your gun out while doing it. You like put your hands down. You know what I'm saying?
So that was
Interesting, yeah.
Black Ops 4.
Well, thinking about the drop shot and the slide mechanics, I think they're, I don't want to say controversial is the right word, but the difference in them between devs and titles, like there's a lot of difference there. So you always want the first thing a pro player or top player like Priest is trying to figure out is movement mechanics, which maybe give you an edge. So a little bit different of a drop shot or slide mechanic in this particular title that he's talking through.
Yeah, no, a lot of these guys, they are sort of, it's muscle memory. What have,
Oh,
they,
yeah.
what have you been doing the past 9 months, right? And Modern Warfare is doing that. So just trying to make some adjustments as we hop on board with Sim.
We actually enjoyed pizza and ice cream with Sim yesterday. It was wonderful.
It was great to meet Sim. He is exactly
I really want
as
to
we
get this
pictured.
freaking
What was that, ice
attack
cream?
chopper.
Like rolled
Hopefully they
up
don't spawn
ice cream
behind
or
me
something?
here.
It was
Yeah,
so
I had a
good.
Reese
Spawn
Puffs
over
on
here.
it. It was a peanut butter
Chillin'.
blast.
Yes, it
Kismet
was.
just let me die. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Show us the YY.
Oh,
I mean, this is the YY.
excuses.
I'm YYing right now.
For the first time in Scum's life, he was the bait.
Quite literally, the
Yeah.
first time ever.
Not that crazy of an animation.
But I think it's cool to, obviously we'll be chatting through stuff, just high level, enjoying the
Yeah,
different
you can
players
see,
going
like,
through it.
the
But
slide
it's
cancel
cool
and
just,
stuff
I feel like we've
it's
gone through,
really, really
15
similar
different
to,
POVs,
like MW.
and hearing them
These slide
focus
cancel
on
the head glitches.
different things, because a lot of them come from different backgrounds, right? Like
You
some of
can't
these are
drop
pro
shot,
players,
though,
some
so
are
it kinda
casual
takes
players,
out,
some are
like, that.
streamers, and just hearing the different things they're focusing on as we get into the game is pretty neat.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, people who are trying to focus on trying different weapons. You got the pros who are trying to figure out the mechanics,
Yeah,
the
right.
weapons that they're going to focus on. Is we're on board with Espresso. See, he's got the Krig out right now. But yeah, you heard Scum sort of talk about the slide cancel, the slide movements, pretty similar, but the drop shot not as much.
This hurts.
Well, a little bit of a streak rolling here as he continues to try and finesse with one of our favorite guns, the MP5. Absolute powerhouse at close range. Hits like a truck, hip fire,
I don't want to jinx
tried
it,
and
Chad. We're
true.
not doing too bad this game, eh?
Yeah, well, from what we've seen, you have been sort of running in circles. But he's posted up and looking for the action. Oh, there's the strategy. Bait the tag.
I like it. Yeah, you can just tell, much smaller map than what we saw, but I don't know who that was. That was a nice shot with the 74U.
The 74U is the gun to use.
I think it was Noisy Butters, dude. I think it was Noisy Butters just smoked him.
1000%.
Well, we're talking about Noisy. She's talking about Meta's already in the alpha. You see in the top right, it is alpha gameplay. The devs are watching this. There's going to be some adjustments. She's like,
AK-74U is 100% the meta?
The meta, 100%.
All right, okay, well, it's set in stone.
Why do I throw C4? Like, why am I even using it? I don't know.
It's the Warzone mindset.
C4, yeah. C4,
Do you know how nice
C4,
it is to hear
C4.
stuff in this game? Do you know how lovely that is? Do you know how great that is?
I tend to agree with you.
That's probably, I don't know who.
She's talking about the different
Well,
audio that we touched on with the devs coming in.
I don't want to misquote it because I know Jess went through a lot of it, and you heard the devs talk about it. But yeah, the 3D audio, talking about the directional sound and how what is the? Dude, I gotta look this up. I have all the sheets in front of me. What was the thing where it like focuses more on what's happening near you, which sounded awesome. Where did I have that? Hold up. I have so many notes. Okay, hold up. The threat priority system. So the new threat priority audio system dynamically assigns priorities to various sounds during a firefight, ensuring the player hears all the sounds they need to be successful. I think that's awesome. Like, to just to focus on like the key couple of things you really need to hear during a gunfight.
Yeah, I mean, you think about like in the past of score streaks going off,
There's a lot.
you having to heal. It feels like this system is gonna try to. What do you need to hear? What is gonna help you most?
Yeah, and audio obviously not an easy thing to nail, but it's cool to see the new tech coming into play from Treyarch for this particular title.
We kind of closing.
And all I keep thinking about is like what the Dune trailer came out today. We're just battling the dunes now. I'm very excited for that film, Joe. I'm sorry.
It looked incredible. Not as incredible as this game though. I
That is
cannot
true.
lie.
That is true.
On board with Shane, London Royal Ravens coach. He used to be a pro player. He is in a pretty intense lobby. It looks like this is a close game, 58-57 with a minute left. He's got the 74 out. But yeah, you can sort of see the slide mechanics.
They spotted a squad runner coming over.
And how quick it can sort of turn a corner.
Helicopters than playing the game, which is a
But
problem.
it seems like gone up a little bit slower maybe than last year, but
Okay, and you hear sort of Jericho talking about the score streaks, right? Because they don't reset on death. You're playing with some of the best players in the world. They're going to get those guaranteed choppers. You need a player like Jericho to shoot them down. Maven, you did that well when we used to play pub. That was your go-to.
I find a lot of satisfaction out of destroying. Oh, you're frying the lobby. Well, I'm gonna fry your score streaks.
Yep.
Dude, look at that. Look at the drop shot there.
I think I saw a skunk into
Yeah. So this particular game's close. The other one looks to be a bit of a blowout.
It un-ADS this every time.
Yeah, it almost looks like the weapons are like as efficient as the rockets at ripping down the score streak. So.
And that did not pan out. Okay, cool.
And you heard Richard talk about that going to prone. It un-ADSs you. And that's just sort of dev to dev, right? I mean, that's typically what Treyarch does. We saw that in Black Ops 4 as well. And a lot of that is just due to the strength and drop shots in some games, but trying to stay alive
Well,
is this
unfortunately.
that was a close one.
He just destroyed a chopper, and I heard another one getting called in there. So that was tough, but it is a 7-point loss for Drifter and company. The score streaks were raining on it, the tail end of it, but for those of you Killed Confirmed lovers, this looks like a very, very fun map for some of your core modes to bounce around on. Obviously, a lot of new things coming to this title, new maps, new modes, but the familiarity of the Call of Duty franchise still there, and this looks to be a fun one.
Yeah, it absolutely does. Just a lot of close quarters combat. It feels like you're spawning and you're right into the action, right? Just right into it. You're gonna have to take your time. As these guys are gonna just try and figure out what they want to use for the next map.
I like you kind of hearing this from Drifter.
Ooh, the wild cards. I actually wanted to see these.
Exactly. He's going through the various guns, also looking at different perks that he wants to check out.
Ooh, I saw Ninja, and that makes me very excited. Has a perk.
Which one?
Scavenger, I prefer.
You remind me of a Ninja.
Ninja is pretty much.
I don't really think No, I don't think so. But
Not at
I
all.
saw that, like, you
Not
can
at all.
walk, and that is dead silent as well. So it looked like Ninja, it deals with, it's quieter the more you sprint. So there's definitely, you know, you have to play around the audio system, the movement system. It's going to be awesome.
God, your Call of Duty brain is just beautiful, Joe.
I just read stuff. People, they've played the game already. They're just telling me what to do.
It's attractive, Joe. That's all I'm going to tell you. But that'll do it for us on that particular map. We're going to get right over to Nameless.
That's all right, Joe. I read stuff as well, but that map looked absolutely amazing. I mean, you saw a lot of the players, while they spawned on the outskirts of the map, they ran straight to the center to get in those up-close gunfights. We saw 74Us, we saw MP5s, and also that Type 63 looked pretty nasty. We saw TP picking up some multi-kills with it. And what I want to highlight during these highlights is that the time to kill looks absolutely phenomenal. You see these players having sort of these longer gunfights, and the player who hits the better shot is going to win it. This Type 63 and the Sniper, those were two of my favorite guns to see. But towards the middle of this game, a lot of the players decided to put away the Sniper and pull out that submachine gun because it wasn't working that well. You can see Hutch back here. He picks up a kill here in a moment, and then he decides to, you know, put that Sniper away and pull out a sub. He was calling out Ricky for killing him over and over, saying Ricky's the guy who always gets me every single lobby that I'm in. Legion was having a lot of fun running that LMG. At first, I was like, what gun is that? It's killing so fast, and I realized it was the LMG. So people starting to try out that stoner gun. You can get multi-kills with it. It has a big clip, and Legion was playing well throughout this game. Moving on, we saw Skunkman. This guy's just always a beast at every single Call of Duty. One of the best Call of Duty players of all time, and he's staying with that 74U. It seems to be the gun that he's most comfortable with, and he's been dominating both games that he's been in so far. MP5 as well. We saw a lot of our CDL pros continuing to use the MP5. It has really good hip fire, and also when you're up close, it's just going to rip through anybody. Something else there in this game was a lot of players were trying to drop shot, and they were realizing that it's way different in Cold War. You can't drop shot. When you drop shot, your ADS goes back to hip fire, so you have to take your time. If you're going to lay down, you have to be tactical about it.
Do you know how lovely that is?
Sliding is still very good as well. We saw Noisy Butters just slide a little bit ago and get right back up into position, ready to fight. Shane, one of our coaches in the COD League, running the 74U. It seems like all the CDL pros, they're loving the 74U, and they're getting right into the center of the map and trying to just get into square-up gunfights, while some of the other top streamers, they're trying out different weapons, like iron sight snipers, Type 63s, and LMGs. And we see this is actually a Type 63 that he had a scope on, and he had to pull out his RPG to take down this chopper. He realized it took like 2 RPGs and also some bullets, and he was getting pretty stressed. But yeah, that was Satellite. That was one of my favorite maps so far, but we got to get into some more gameplay. Let's check out some more maps and some more modes. Maven and Merc.
Oh, Nameless, you are phenomenal at what you do. Great breakdown as always, but yes, we're going to continue rolling on through. New maps, new modes, as we rock through this multiplayer global reveal for Cold War. So far, it has been awesome. We have a lot more to come over the next hour and a half, 2 hours. Is it time for Miami?
It is. We're playing some domination, and everybody, I want you to pay attention. We saw a little bit there in, Combat Arms on Armada, but the zones are a little bit different. It's just not a flag. It's really about a little bit of a bigger area that you're going to be fighting over, and I like that a lot. So switching things up, but as you said, we're going to Miami. I cannot wait to see this map and mode and how it plays.
Joe, I've never been more excited for anything in my entire life.
Yeah.
I think good right here.
Let's get into it, Joe. We're going to start off with Cesar Bueno, Skies. Professional player for the Mutineers as they're getting ready to get into the lobby, just looking through the create a class and score streaks to see what he wants to lock on up. XM4 out. And yeah, you can see, I know we've seen a couple looks at, but like the variety of attachments you're going to have for the different positions on the gun, the variety is going to be wild. He highlighted Ninja for a second. I want to see like what it went through exactly, but
so what I saw and what I read is that it quiets you when you were sprinting and how fast you
like
go.
dampens the sound of it.
Right.
Okay.
So I believe that you can walk and crouch and you will be completely silent. But if you were sprinting, you will still have some noise, but it definitely quiets it.
Cool. Interesting.
Let me find out.
Yeah, he's going through everything.
Well, this is the best part when you play a new game, right? Just going through all the different features, all the different attachments, all the different perks, the weapons, checking it all out.
And again, this isn't going to be everything that we see throughout Cold War. This is not going to be the full release. There's going to be more perks. There's going to be more weapons, more attachments.
This looks like it could be out of like a Bad Boys film, like
That's-
Miami. Like,
Well, yeah, that's where they do it, is in Miami.
That's a good point, Joe.
Yeah,
See, that's why you're the brains of this operation. You're the brains
like,
of this operation.
That is actually where they shoot those
Okay, well,
movies.
thanks for that, Joe.
I'm getting
Look at
sweaty
this,
now.
though.
I'm fucking mad. I'm fucking mad, bro.
It looks good.
Motion blur. Motion blur. Motion blur. Tell myself. Motion blur.
As Sky's low on in. You're seeing the different parts. You have in the middle of the street. You got the bar area. You have the pool. You got the ocean. In a way, it's 3 lanes, but there's a lot of different areas that you can go to. As well, again, coming in, and you see the different squads.
That looks so much
You got
better.
one
What
side
the
coming in
fuck?
through towards the boat, the other one towards the street. And yeah, that was dope. His domination loading on up. And is Sky's going to go for the objective? Is anyone going to go for the objective because I talked about it? And the answer is no. Nobody captures C. What's going on here, Maven?
Listen,
They
they're not
need
as
you on the
focused
team.
on the objective. Dude, that is sometimes the most frustrating thing about pucks, you know, when like you're fine, you're going off, you've got 50 kills, you see somebody on your team, they've got 3 and no time in the objective. Like, help me out a little bit, but you got to play both. You got to focus on it all. You got to be like LeBron. You know, you're getting the assists, the rebounds, and the points. You're doing it all on the map, Joe. My Call of Duty playstyle is very similar to LeBron now that I think about it, Joe. Thanks for that compliment.
You're one of the greatest players ever.
See what Marksman could do is he's looking for the angles, and well, you see the hip fire strong there.
I was just saying, I mean, you guys are both around the same age and you have the same accolades.
That's true. Yeah.
The slide has some fucking
nailed it, Joe.
nutty movement in this game, bro. It's like, it is hard.
I'll tell you what, I keep thinking about that pool with how hot it's been in LA. It was like 110 the other day. That pool looks very comforting. He sure did.
Surprise! As again, you heard Marksman talk about it, a little bit of the nutty movement. I'm sure the devs are going to be paying attention. They'll get their feedback from all of these players.
Trying to view Miami
Well, and that's where like there's like a couple different skill gaps when you talk about a game like Call of Duty. Like, is there the gun skill part of it? Yes, and you know, being able to shoot and becoming a better player from that regard. But it's like once you get that down, the next step is really that movement, right? Like becoming more fluid on the map, finding mechanics in the game that you can get a little bit of edge over the competition. And yeah, no, the movement could be nuts, and that'll be something we'll keep an eye on. But over to Kat Connie, she's looking to hit the shots. There's a little bit of a snapper.
And a nice snipe right there. She's looking over the B zone right now, has the shotgun in the back pocket. Surprise! Later.
I would like to.
Kismet is Jericho. It's basically, it seems to be in almost the same spot, just on opposite ends. As he's going to go for this B zone, play a little bit of objective. You and Jericho would get along well.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. But that you heard, I can't remember her name, but one of the lead map designers kind of saying like, I stay away from the middle, like the middle of the map. That is a sniper's haven. You kind of saw a bit of it there, but there are the alleyways that you can work the flank, different things that you can do on the map.
So you see in the top right, attack chopper called in by Priesta.
Like,
He's doing his thing.
Supposed to pre-aim. I only know this room.
Yeah, well, I think you heard his specialist sort of talk about the lighting. Like, I'm sure everything is going to be get a little bit better. His full game release.
And I think Jericho's kind of talking about one of the more difficult things when you play a new map, right? Like figuring out
where do I go,
all the different angles, mastering the map. Like where can people be L triggering and holding me in? But it's Ricky with some quality beams from the top balcony, able to dip away with his life as well and look to ruin a couple players' lives as well.
And that's what one of the biggest thing was from last year is load up on a map you didn't know. The mini-map wasn't there, right? You're like, where do I go?
It makes it a little bit easier.
Where do I go, right? And they bring back this traditional Black Ops mini-map. That definitely helps you out.
Well, now on to Hutchie for his POV. He's trying to get up close and personal and near that Dom point, but you can see, I mean, that's typical of a lot of Dom maps. Like B's a death trap. Like that is the hard thing where you have to work as a cohesive unit to try and get it in. If you're solo playing the objective on B, good luck because you've got a world star.
And it looks like he has a smoke equipped. And one of the notes that we got was like the smokes were strong in this Call of Duty, maybe compared to some in the past.
What is happening here?
Priesta is in a gunship.
Smoke him! Line it up!
Chopper gunner.
Okay, well, that guy got fried.
Hit marker, you're getting smoked, you're getting beamed.
Kind of hard, actually.
It looks like it's still pretty healthy, though.
Wait, how cool is that? That you can see the lights from the map bouncing off the minigun in the chopper.
Yeah, lighting has evolved over the last decade or so. That is absolutely for sure. But now you see a gorgeous look. It kind of the entire map breakdown. But yeah, that's one like thing since this is a night map, right?
Light it
like
up.
It's gonna be,
just start shooting it.
See, is there like a night vision that he can swap to? I don't know.
Maybe everybody's got like Ghost or Cold-Blooded on.
right.
I don't know which perk it is in this game, but they're like, oh, we're not letting Priestahh do that.
I got.
Hutch trying to hit the snipes. I think you saw the Type 821 out from Priestahh as he was looking to get dirty with it. Hutch's face, he is locked in. Just a gamer.
All right, halftime.
Oh, it's not close, Joe.
It's not.
Unfortunately.
It is not close. He's got 900. He's playing with Nick. He's got Mud Dog on his team. He's got Courage. He's got a solid squad.
Mud Dog's bringing him down, Joe.
I'm pulling up Scump stream, dude. This guy's cracked.
Yeah.
He's 21-2. Yeah, no, he has been dominating lobbies, and you would expect that from one of the greatest players of all time. But over to Testament we go. We talked about his sniping prowess earlier, and he's going to have the sniper out as he's looking to line it up towards mid-map. But yeah, I think especially with it being a nighttime map, like learning the map, knowing the angles, going to be all that more important. But just aesthetically,
You know what I mean?
it's a sexy map. It is. I want to see what, like the one side they were talking about when it had the developers on, like how you can kind of go underwater
Well,
on the one side.
I think it's right behind him.
It is,
Yeah.
but like it hasn't really seemed to be that much in play as of yet, at least with these
It looks
guys.
like Nick was in it. Well, no, that's not it. We Love Games. They're sort of playing around it, but it looks like you can go sort of towards A, towards C. If you want to switch that up, as Testy brings out that LW3, the Tundra. I like that.
There are a few things more satisfying in any kind of FPS, but especially Call of Duty, with hitting snipes. Just hitting clean snipes. It feels good. We'll see what Hutch can do from the power position. Well, not going to matter. From Priestah's chopper over to Scump's chopper, and Peep, this lobby is just getting milked. Just dominate them from the sky. Oh, kill after kill. We'll see him, Mud Dog. Doozy.
Later, Jack.
Courage. Everybody dropping.
Yeah, and he's saying, he's like, just so you guys know, this isn't a pub lobby. I'm playing some talented players, and I am smoking now.
This will be
a lot of buildings.
a nice YouTube video. Well, yeah, a lot of buildings. The night cover of night as well.
Ooh, if you can get them spawning towards that beach
Poor-
side, we'll
poor
see you
Mud
later.
Dog. Mud Dog's already dropped to this thing twice.
They're probably holding the kill cam too. They're like, we're not letting Scump do this to us.
Yeah, I do believe they are losing full.
Oh, that's swag as well.
Yeah, it's been Swag, Courage, and Mud Dog have died like 2 or 3 times in a row.
They're on the beach.
That's why he's a Call of Duty pro player.
Yeah, the beach is usually where you go to vacation. Not
around
here.
here.
Nope.
Do I not have Ghost?
I think you heard. We got on board with swag, and he's like, I can't hide from this guy.
Sometimes they're gonna be 6 to 17.
Fucking.
This is.
No, that's what, dude, it's actually funny going over from Scump COV to the team that was getting destroyed. It was just like kind of quiet comms. Like,
It's kind of like, hey guys, we're gonna be in a YouTube video.
100% they're in a
Scump,
YouTube
they
video.
destroyed Tim, Courage, swag,
I'd be
40
like,
kills
yeah,
on
like
Miami.
Mount Rushmore with all of their heads on
Yeah.
it.
Just Scump and a chopper gunner.
Kill, Jesus.
He's
Yes,
still
he
there.
is.
Yeah. That is accurate.
That is truly accurate.
Yeah, but it's cool to see the variety of personalities just battling it out on these different maps. So we've seen what, Armada, Satellite, now we're in Miami.
Well, I mean, you look at Satellite, very much, all outside, right? You come in here, you have fights at the bar, fights in the hotel, you have fights at the beach. There's just all these different environments that these players are going into.
We were at the Ultra Facilities, one of the professional teams in the Call of Duty League. It's Benjamin Bantz on your screen now. Top player in his own right, and I think it's Bantz maybe playing on Wisdom's account, but I believe it looks like it's Bantz with a controller in hand currently.
Well, you can hear that when you get weak. You hear the heartbeat pick up. It sounds really cool.
It does. The audio seems very, very
Ooh,
clean.
what is this? A little artillery strike coming in from. Oh, did he call it in? Oh no, Bantz!
Dude,
That is a mistake.
We've all been there.
We have.
The number of times I've done that in something like Domination, where I launch all my streaks, I'm like, oh, it's halftime. halftime. I just used those for no reason whatsoever. I got a couple of kills, but my impact on the objective was minimal. But now to the French sensation himself, Gotaga, one of the most popular gamers in the world. I feel like I've seen him compete in so many different games, but his legend grew in Call of Duty, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's talented. He can do it all. He's rocking that 74U. On board with Tri-Match now. He's got the Tundra out.
Okay, what is his camera setup? Because it looks like he's in the game. How do I do that?
Well, he's got a green screen, but he is half of the screen.
Yeah, I want you to set that up for me.
Why would I do that?
I don't know, but like it looks like he's in the game.
Why did you just assume I had an expertise in green screens?
Joe, you wear glasses. You look like you'd be very tech savvy and ready to set that up for me. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Joe.
I'm not going to do that for you whatsoever.
Nameless, wouldn't you say he looks a bit like a scientist? Thank you.
Nameless looks like a cosplayer from Miami.
Like Narcos.
Yeah. I mean, he looks good, but
he looks good. Oh, wait, they can't be. People can't be rage quitting in this.
There's no way. It looks like game's about to end. Jericho's team, they're going to get the victory.
There we go, Jericho.
Who had 6,300 damage?
I didn't see.
That's a lot. That is a lot.
There's no doors. No doors.
Who is dominating?
Could be Priesta. There's a good chance it's this guy.
And there, he highlighted a difference this time.
Look at him just.
No doors.
Mini Uzi.
Jericho was talking about the show. No doors in the game. You won't be hammering through doors.
And Marksman were three-shotting people. So yeah, no doors.
Everybody's
smile,
learning.
Rejoice.
Big smiles.
Yeah. I want to see if who the scoreboard was too, like who had the 6,300 damage. I was curious who was absolutely frying the lobby. But this is the part where I'm like trying to get my brain to like slow down when they go through it. Just appreciate all the different attachments that they have inside of this.
Maven, you will have your time.
I know.
October 8th,
like,
Maven. October 8th.
Let's do.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm talking like that because I'm literally just gonna have you tell me what to put on my weapons. And I'm gonna do what you do.
Let's do that.
I'm gonna try everything though. It's the beta. We try out different things.
That's true. That's a good point. Well, one of our matchups has wrapped. It looks like we're going to hop over to one that hasn't finished yet. 27 points away from victory is one of our squads. Again, this is 6v6 domination on Miami. Tasty's put away the sniper for now, just trying to hit the shots with the AK-74U.
Ooh, 3 for 3.
Oh, that hit.
Let's go, Sean J. Looks like she was able to call on some score streaks. Nice 74U shots in, but who is that? The nice snipe shot from whoever's on Team Envy.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say a lot when I play the game at first. What are you doing over there? Because I don't know where people should be, so that's my
what are you
reaction.
doing over there? Maybe that's where I should be. Oh, it's Crim.
It's the Empire squad. We got Rambo Ray, the coach, Clayster, Crim6. Crim, the greatest Call of Duty player of all time. There is no dispute. I don't want to hear any arguments, but yeah, that's gonna be tough to deal with. Is to represent the Envy squad right now.
Yeah, Team Envy, also known as the Dallas Empire, are world champions. You got the coach and Rambo, one of the greatest players hanging out. Crim and Clay. Clay back-to-back world champion. They'll probably be rotating players in and out. But it looks like Crim's focusing on gameplay. Clay is talking with the chat.
What did he just? But didn't both of these players? And I know this is like separate. This is the multiplayer reveal. But from an esports competitive side, they were like with the first two players to crack $1 million in winnings, right?
$1 million.
That's
yeah.
pretty impressive. Hey, Bobby Pop, the Scarf Lord.
We love Bobby Pop.
I will be back with a camel toe.
Bob's got a great mustache.
He does. He does. He really does. It looks like he's rocking the 74U as well.
I miss his long hair though.
And this is what Bobby does. I don't know if he's an auctioneer or what.
Yeah, I can't do that.
No.
Where's the pool at, dude?
He's probably on hour 40 of streaming.
Yeah, no, he grinds.
I'm gonna chill in the pool the rest of the game.
Oh,
hey, cannonball, Bob! Cannonball!
Get in, Bob!
I'm gonna be chilling in the deep end, dude. I'm going off the diving board, dude.
He's a big boy.
Get yourself a pina colada, hang out.
Would you leave me alone? I'm trying to go off the diving board.
He's on vacation.
No vacations in Miami.
I'm gonna end this one. Where's the pool at? I think the pool is behind the lobby.
Yeah, they are getting destroyed.
Yeah, this is a bad one. This is a bad one.
Oh, so trying to turn this off.
He's trying to be positive about it.
Yeah. Before this game is over.
Yeah, hit it, Bob. Hit it.
Miami Luxury Hotel, ladies and gentlemen. That is my room in the penthouse suite, the northwestern corner. I will now be doing a can opener into the pool. 3, 2,
Okay.
1.
I'm just waiting for him to get shot.
Score this out of 10.
Whoa! Where did he jump off? Did he go up the diving board? That was amazing! Do it again, Bob!
Did he like crouch first?
Do it again!
Whoa!
No, that was less impressive. That was less
That wasn't as
impressive.
good. Try again, Bob. Do it! Oh, what are you doing, Bob?
Okay, but Bob, this is giving me a headache.
How's it work?
Oh, no. Wait, how did he do that last time?
Wait, how did I
It was so cool.
Yo,
No,
how
I
did
don't know. It didn't look like he even like did anything.
I don't know what. I
We're wondering the same thing, Bob.
Bob, well.
There's no neutrals. It's only just cap.
Oh, wait, they are 3-capping right now. There's an opportunity for a comeback. It is a slight one.
Not much.
Never mind.
No longer any
Wait,
chance
who's
of
at
a comeback.
7,600 damage? Oh, hey, Lando.
What's up, Lando?
Craig.
Craig 6.
We're going to swap over to another one of our matchups going on. Just a reminder, we have a ton of streamers involved in this. So if it ever seems confusing, it's just we're hopping to a lot of different POVs. Trying to stick with one game until it finishes, but want to give love to a lot of these guys that are participating, just hopping through all of the action. But we'll have some of the different streamers too, especially with some of the CDL teams. It's like 5 people swapping in and out.
Yeah.
Everyone trying to get their time on the game.
I saw the scoreboard and Bobby Puff was at the bottom, so my man was having a tough one. He didn't have the bumper. He's going to be a vehicle expert. We'll just hop on board when we get to the snowmobiles.
No, I bet in Armada he was probably dominant, right?
Yeah,
Put
he
that guy in
probably
a boat, he's going to fry. But a different look, a new map. Hope you enjoyed Eyes On with Miami. I still don't know the physics in-game behind how Bob managed to do the cannonball off of... How do you do that? And then he couldn't replicate it? It was truly special. That might have been the best moment we've had so far.
Yeah. Well, and Bob's still trying to figure out mouse and keyboard because he switched to that, so...
He's trying his hard. Bob,
getting there.
we love you, buddy. You're trying your hardest. Unfortunately, the team got smoked, but you've got more chances. We continue on with the multiplayer reveal for Cold War. But before we get to our next map, our next mode, we're going to toss it over to our good friend, Nameless.